no means no, that's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. All right?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Look, no means no. No, that means no, all right?
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
Me too. That's all I got to say.
That your name's Black Pegasus too?
Yeah, me too. No, we're about to get me too'd.
Man, you ain't heard the context yet.
No means no. No. All right.
Well, hey, it's Bill Burr.
Yeah, I'm Don Wannabe.
Welcome to this show, you guys. Now, today we've been recording all day, and we're about to wrap it up with a bow, and this time we're going to react to Bill Burr. This is, it's titled No Means No, so we're going to get into it. But if you guys are ready, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. But if you're really rocking with the vibe, subscribe to the channel. Let's get things started. 40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. What? Boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Boom. So, before we get started, though, don't forget, we got a bunch of original content on the channel. I'm a hip-hop artist, so I have music videos, music. Also, we've done dope interviews. We got an interview with Ren on the channel. Also, Tech9, All Flows Reach Out, Stevie Stone, Lil Fresh Sam, a bunch of stuff. So support the original content the same way you do these reactions. It helps support us, and most importantly, we finally have some merchandise on the website. So blackpegasusrap.com. I'll put it in the description, and you can cop merch. You see the 40 hats, the 40 shirts. We got the bottle joints, the old E joints, and we also got a new design. It's freestyle off top. So all the hats are embroidered, all the shirts, T-shirts. We got some hoodies there too. So check it out and support us. That helps us become more independent as we grind our way through the matrix. So, all right, let's get into this. Let's vibe, man. This is Bill Burr. No means no. Let's see where this goes. Ha, ha, ha. Let us know what y'all think.
No means no, that's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. All right? Look, no means no. No, that means no. All right, but no, stop it. What are you doing? Oh, my God. You're being so bad. Stop it. No. Yeah, that's not a fucking no. That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm just going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't figure out that I've already performed this act with 40 other fucking people. Right?
40!
But then you go to court and you get a bad read and there's some guy reading it. Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. Yeah, and you're just sitting there like, she didn't fucking say it like that. She didn't say it like that.
Yo, he's snapping.
So now everybody's just like scared shitless. You know? Because I guess if women ran the world, there'd be no war. Evidently, there'd be no due process either. So you just gotta sit there going, No, it's fucking nuts. People are so scared now. You have the male feminist. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Just out of nowhere, last couple years. I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. This shit came out and you're fucking scared. You did something. You grabbed some fucking titties. What the fuck did you do that you have to overcorrect that fucking hard? What kind of a man who still has his balls is walking around saying that he's a male feminist? I'm a male feminist. I totally see the way you see the fucking world. It's impossible as a man who was raised right. To be a feminist. You can't do it. You're a man. Look, you can agree with it, you can empathize, sympathy, you can do all of that shit, but you can't be it any more than I can stand here and just be like, I'm a Black Panther. Fight the power. And then I walk out the door, a blue-eyed white dude, and I get to live that fucking life, right? I don't know, ladies. I don't buy it. Maybe you do, I don't. Anytime I hear a guy say I'm a male feminist, I always just think that is the most pathetic, limp dick way ever to try and get some pussy, right? Like, that is literally the fucking game you had when you were on a first date when you were 16. You were all nervous and your whole game plan was just agree with her. Maybe she'll touch it.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, that's my favorite movie. How many?
Is this screen zoomed in? Is that why it's acting all
No,
weird?
man, don't worry about it. I'll tell you off camera.
Oh, I gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But what was I? That threw me off. My bad. What was I saying?
No, he was just talking about, like, it's like the worst way to try and get some punas.
Oh yeah, I was gonna clown you. I was like, how many times have you done that to try to get some punan?
Like he was saying in the beginning, when I didn't know, when I didn't understand the game and thought it was like,
I don't think I don't know. I don't want to say ever.
Bro, you've agreed that you were like more into something than you were.
I don't know, man.
You're like, yeah, I totally am into goth music.
Oh, hell nah, bro. No, never. I'm trying to think. That's what I was saying. Like, yo, I was kind of lit, bro. I remember I dissed this chick because I went to her house and we were making out and she had a poster of Tupac and she's like, that's my baby's dad. And I was like, Burr! And I just bounced. I was mad red pilled young, bro. It was crazy. Because I don't know why either. I was like,
hip hop music.
Yeah, you're right.
Hip hop music was the original red.
Because I was like, how are you going to sit here and say you like me or love me and then say Tupac's your baby's dad? I'm like, I'm out. F that. I felt like I was Tupac and I wasn't. I didn't even rap. But I was like, yo, I'm ill. Like, I just didn't. I felt like that was a form of disrespect. I'm like, you don't say that to a dude you like. That's just how I felt, man. That's how I felt, bro. I was wilding, though, when I was young. I was mad red pilled. I can't even lie. What about you, man? You're like, nope. You're like, I was simping. I was like, yeah, girl, damn, I love Janis Joplin. Oh, snap.
No, I was just kind of thinking back about like when he was just, oh no, stop. Because we have all been in that situation where you have a girl that's just like, I just think about how many times like, oh, I don't do that on the first date.
That's what I was going to say.
I've heard that so many times and I'll be like, oh, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and leave. Oh, are you sure?
Damn, you're kind of rude, man. Damn, homie. Damn.
What else am I supposed to do?
This is me. I'm going to just keep it real.
No, I'm saying you're in the heat of the moment. There's heavy petting going on. Oh. And then it's like, oh no, I don't do that. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I don't know if I can control myself anymore, girl, because you're too hot. I should probably go. And then as you're walking out the door, no.
Yeah, don't touch me, man.
Don't go.
Get off me.
Don't go.
All right.
I'm not that type of girl, but
what I was gonna say is the situations I've been in was like, I meet up with a chick. She knows me because I rap, right? Mm-hmm. And because I rap, the first thing they say is like, I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that on the first date. I'm like, cool. I didn't even say we were gonna do anything. I'm just trying to get on a date. And then before you know it, the night's over and it's just like the bed's bouncing. Let's just say that. And you're just like, you're sitting there smoking a cigarette.
Bro, it didn't matter if you were a rapper.
I don't smoke, you guys. I'm just that part I'm making.
It didn't matter if you're a rapper because I've had that.
You're like, all hoes do that. You're not special.
Well, no, I've literally had. Yes. They will be like, I don't do this on the first date, and then later on that night, I'm just like, so what made me so special that you broke your first date rule?
This is what I'm saying. It's
because I'm at their house and they have a trapeze from the ceiling and they're doing backflips onto the.
I don't
know. I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? I thought we didn't do this on. You brought out a trampoline and a trapeze set.
Keyword tramp. No, it's all good. I'm just saying, this is what I don't like.
Should we get back to this reaction?
Yeah, we should. But because I said tramp, it's not because the girl, I'm not calling
You're talking lady in the tramp. You were, that's the way I took it. Yeah, I'm the tramp. I'm the scoundrel.
But what I was trying to say is, it's just whack because there's this weird balance to walk, and I understand why women do that and say that.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes you're kind of like, then it's hard to know sometimes because every now and then I get a dimey who's like, oh, I don't do that. And then you're like, oh, shit. Like, and then it's like, oh, no, they really don't do that. But 90% of the time they say it, it's almost like saying, I'm about to fuck you. You're like, why did you just say I don't do that on the first night? It's literally like almost a signal saying, I'm about to fuck the shit out of you. It's crazy to me.
because whenever I
and
heard
they're like,
that,
oh, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to.
Whenever I heard that, I was like, basically, it was like, ding,
oh.
ding, ding.
You're like, oh, let me go buy some condoms.
Exactly. As soon as the girl told me that, I was like, I'm definitely getting something tonight.
Yes.
Oh, you don't do that on the first night? That's low key the signal.
For me, it was that or a picture of Marilyn Monroe in their house. And I'm like, oh, let me go get some Jimmys.
Your whole game plan was just agree with her. Maybe she'll touch it. So, what are your favorite bands? I like whatever you like. Will you touch it now? Did I do it right? Yeah, it's a weird time right now. I'm glad that I'm fucking, married now. I don't gotta fucking deal with any of that shit. Younger guys, I don't know. How do you deal with it? Like, what was really fucked up in all of this now is what about women who like it rough, right?
Great
that doesn't
question,
happen
Bill.
here in the jolly old England, right? Not at all. Everybody gets all dead silent, big fucking elephant in the fucking room, right? Yeah. How the fuck do you, what's that?
Ask for consent.
Ask for consent? Doesn't that take the move? Well, Jesus, that kind of took it in a weird way. Dude, whatever the fuck I was saying, however you heard it, that's not what the fuck I'm saying, all right? I really listened to this Me Too movement. I think for the first time in my life, I'm gonna ask for consent. I'm really gonna do it this time. I've been feeling... This is why you can't judge comedians. Do you understand this? Do you understand what the fuck I was saying and how this fucking jackass just heard it? The second... The second it comes out of my mouth, it's not what I said anymore. It goes into your fucking ear hole and gets cut with your whole fucking childhood. Oh, this is what he means. Sir, if I could get along with my point, if you wouldn't mind that.
What the hell? Hold on. Is that the end? Hold on. Damn, he just put a huge space in here. Okay, there we go. That's funny. This dude put a track. He's like, track masters, rock on.
No, like fucking women who like it rough. Like, that's gotta be so fucking weird. I remember when I was a single man a long time ago. A lot of hair ago, right? Still wasn't a good look, but I was single. I was out there taking some at-bats. I remember that shit. You meet a woman, when it started going down that road, like you knew you were gonna hook up, what you try to do, you try to get a jump on it, right? You try to figure out what they liked in the bedroom, because you wanted to satisfy them, because there's nothing worse than if you don't satisfy them, and you know they're gonna tell all their friends, and then you gotta fucking move, and now there's social media, you got a fucking nickname, it's a nightmare. So you just try to, you try to do, a little fucking intelligence, you'd be sitting there hanging out, just being like, yeah, so, what are you into? What do you like to do, right? One night I asked this woman that, she set her drink down, she looked me right in the eye, she's like, I like to get fucked. And I knew what she meant. I was like, all right, this is gonna be one of these. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have to go hard on this one, right? We had a great fucking time. Now, I don't know how I would hit today. I would just be like, all right, I know what you wanna do, but like, you're gonna have to do it. You understand? Like, I'm just gonna stand here and then you just back into me however hard you want. You control how hard you're backing into me. Then I'm gonna lay my hand on your shoulder. You can put your ponytail in it. I will slowly close my hand around it. And if at any point you want to yank your head like that, that's on you. My other hand will be just to the right of your right ass cheek. If you want to do one of those, that's fine. But I am not doing anything. I'm just gonna stand here like a giant fuck stick, and you just have at it. You just have at it.
That is really where we're going in the society too, with the stuff that I see and hear these days.
Bro, don't even get me started.
He's like a fuck stick. Yo, this dude is out of control. Dude, his premises are so good because on paper, I could see a woman being very mad at this commentary. But then I feel like if she watches this, she's just laughing too, because it's like
but this
the way he sets it up is just amazing. It's universal.
Well, in comedy, right? Like, some of the best comedy is it's a comment on society, right?
Yeah.
It takes a look at society and it calls to light the silliness of society. And the silliness of society is that we're in this space, right? Where when he says no means no, except when it doesn't, because, you know, we've all had that much, no, stop.
Yeah.
Right. And then what he's speaking to is like a reality. Like I've told this story before, but I remember there was a girl that was like, choke me. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, harder. And I'm like, a little bit harder. And then she's like, hit me. And I'm like, little love tap. And she's like, harder. And I'm like, and so now I'm like, this is getting a little uncomfortable. And she's like, harder. And at this point, I'm like, how hard does she want me to hit her? And she goes, hit me harder, you little bitch. So I'm like, all right, boom. And she's like, yeah, again. And at that point, I was like, now this is weird. I don't know if I'm into this. That's not my cup of tea, right? But I know women that are. I had a friend, right, that came over to the house. She's walking around in her undies and she's all bruised, all up and down her thighs. I'm like, damn, girl, what the hell were you doing last night? And she's like, oh, I was having a little fun. And I'm like, oh, because I knew what she was into. And I'm like, but that's that fine line, is that we live in this time where it's like, on one hand, there's a segment of society that's like, you need a consent form signed. And then on the other hand, there's a segment of society that's like, grab a paddle and beat me to within an inch of my life. It's like,
Message. I have some of those stories, but I'm not going to talk about them right now. Holler.
I feel you.
Yeah. Do you know what's hilarious about sexual assault? You know what's hilarious about it? Is how women are acting like that is a uniquely female experience. You know what's funny? I actually, to the letter of the fucking law, within the last 2.5 years, got sexually assaulted in this business by a woman. Yeah. And this is my story. I feel like I can live my truth and be brave tonight and share this with you. It's a 100% true fucking story. I was doing stand-up. I was doing a private gig. All right? Private gigs are the fucking worst. You do a public gig, anybody can show up. It broadens what you can talk about, right? You do a private gig, it's like everybody grew up on the same fucking streets. All your jokes gotta go right down fucking Main Street or you're bombing. So all you do is listen to the first comic to hear what's working and what isn't. You just listen to him as he's up there struggling, going, okay, they like bread. Talk about bread. Get all the bread you can. Don't make fun of the troops. Stay away from the troops, right? So that's what we're doing, right? And the host gets him going, and then he brings up the first act. Okay, she goes on stage. She's not really a comedian, more of a personality. She does her bullshit or whatever, and I'm standing there looking at my jokes, figuring out what I'm doing. She wraps it up. He goes on stage. She goes to get off. I'm thinking, okay, I'm next. I'm looking at my stuff, and she just walks right by me and just fucking, pooh, just flicked me right in the head of my dick and kept walking. Like it was nothing. Just fucking pow, and just kept... I couldn't fucking believe it. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, is this a friend of yours? Was she flirting with you? Was this a joke? None of the above. You know what it was? I swear to God, it was like a bully vibe. Like she was trying to get in my head. Like, there you go, you little red dick. Poof, follow that. And she just kept walking. Dude, my first thought as I saw her walking away, I just wanted to punch her in the back of the head as hard as humanly possible. Like literally make her leave her shoes, you know? But the other side of my brain's like, oh no, dude, you can't do that. You can't do that, it's a woman. And it's just spitball. Well, fucking boot her in the ass then. Boot her in the ass. Can't hit her, dude. Can't hit her, it's a woman. Well, fucking tell somebody. Tell somebody. And all I'm thinking is like, dude, I'm a guy. You can't fucking tell anybody. Nobody gives a shit what happens to a guy. I'm gonna walk up to another man and be like, excuse me, sir, but she just flicked me in my pee-pee and I didn't like that one bit. No, sir, I didn't like that at all. No, I didn't.
Oh, dude. Damn, that ended abruptly, but yo, this kind of messed me up because if I'm keeping it real, that happened to me, bro. Not like it was a
Yeah,
it's collective.
My bad.
I've had, you know, women grab my Johnson.
But no, this
that.
is no, check this out. I was at an event and these two females were hitting on me. Okay. And at that time, I was dating someone, and they kept hitting on me, trying to flirt, and I was just being, being chill, just like, hey, cool, da-da-da-da, whatever, at the merch table. And I remember them saying something, and I was like, I'm happily taken. And one of them said, I don't care, and just went and grabbed my D and like tried to like stroke up with it. And in that moment, I kind of laughed, and I was like, yo, you're wildin'. And then I just separated myself from them. But I thought of how crazy that would be if a man did that to a female. Like, that's just wild. Like no, it went like this, like boom, grabbed and then went like this. And I was just like, at a certain phase of my life, I would have liked that and been like, ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? But in that phase of my life, I was like, yo, you're wildin'. And I always remember that time. And I remember this time when I was in a club, and some dude tried to kiss me on the neck, and I like kind of barely dodged it like the Matrix. And I'm like, that's when I was like, yo, dudes are tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes really be aggressive. And so like there's multiple parameters of it. I'm not over here on some, woe is me, but it was strange. Like, but what's weird too, though, is like when she did it, I didn't feel like,
well, the
emasculated. I didn't feel like, oh, you're a chick and you've made me feel belittled. I was just like, yo, you're on my Johnson. It actually I kind of felt like the man. I was like, yeah, I still got it type of thing. But I was like, yo, I'm taken. Get away from me.
Yeah, I've had that happen as well. And I do know what you're saying, because there is a part of me that felt like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm the man. I get exactly what you're saying. However, the difference is the reason that you feel that way is because you typically don't get, you don't get women doing that. Like,
you don't get attention from women.
You don't get attention from women. Even if you're like a man with status, it's rare that you have a woman come up to you and be like, hi, how's it going? That's not their role.
Yeah.
They'll give some other signal to where you're like, see an opening to approach. But typically having a girl like straight up say that, oh, you're cute, handsome, attractive, anything like that almost never happens for men.
Yeah. This is true.
But the other side of it is that you don't actually have to worry about like defending yourself. And that's the difference too, because it's like, as
a man, you have to defend yourself from other men, not women.
Yeah. So if a woman grabs you, you're like, man, I'll just punch this chick in the face and get her off me if I need to. You know what I mean? If I needed to defend myself, if she was really assaulting me.
Yeah.
But, that's not like even a concern in your brain as a man, because you're just like, nothing's going to happen. She's a woman. Versus like if you're a woman, you literally have to be afraid for your physical safety.
Yeah. Cause it's weird. And that's why I also added this dude trying to kiss me on the neck in the club. I was like, yo, what? Like, it's just like, bro, you're snapped. And then I was just thinking about that, like, because the consequences are different. I could fight that dude, and I probably would have won, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? In that situation.
No,
it's interesting. It's interesting. It's like,
I didn't understand women until I went to the gay club and had these men hitting on me aggressively, and was like, oh God, this
starts to make you look at your species in a different light sometimes. You're like,
well, no, that's when I first realized I was like, oh shit, because I was telling some of these men, like, I'm straight, like I'm here with my girlfriend, like here, this is her right here. And they're just like, you wouldn't be here if you didn't want some, or like, just like aggressively coming at me. And that's when I realized like, oh shit, this is what women have to deal with when some dude is like all up on them. And then it's just like you said, I'll probably beat him up, but it's like, damn, do I really want to have to do this?
I've always had gentleman game. I've never been aggressive. I'm not one of those dudes who like, hey girl, shh. When I get shot, when I do get the gumption up to talk to a chick and they shoot me down, I'm not like, I ain't like your ass anyway.
Well, fuck you, then, bitch.
Yeah, it's just not my character. I've never
literally
been like
what
that.
happened to me at the gay club. One dude that I shot down. Once again, I've told the story, but he said it several times, and I was like, no, I'm not interested. And he's like, well, fuck you, then, bitch, and just threw his drink in my face.
I ain't gonna lie, he might have get slapped if that was. I ain't gonna lie,
Bro, what do I
Ain't
look
knowing.
like slapping some dude running around in his?
You'd get a hate crime,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
He pushed in your face.
Yes, he was. He was
crazy.
running around in his Calvin Kleins with angel wings on. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, and you probably would have got the charge too.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Anyways, you guys, yo, this actually went totally off the rails. You guys like, share, and comment on all the content. If you're rocking with the vibe, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support some of the merch, check out the website. It's blackpegasusrap.com. You know what it is. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.